My daddy is a high-tech man. He works on the computer all day. I help him out as best I can until he says, I must work, go and play. Every morning, Daddy drives me to school, and we are almost always late. But when he has an early meeting, I get to school first and wait. Daddy comes home very late every night. By then, I'm already asleep. So he promises, I'll get a new job, all right? And this is a promise he'll keep. Of course, he needs my advice. What do I want my daddy to be? I'll find him a job that is nice, so that he can spend more time with me. You can teach kindergarten, I say, and he thinks the idea is great. I'll read stories, he says, and play, and I'll never come home very late. But then I say, if you're with other kids from 8 in the morning till 3, by the time you come home from school, you'll be too tired to play with me. I know, I say, you can write. Writers stay at home and clean and cook. People will think you're so bright whenever you write a new book. Dad says writers make a lot of money. And I know that it's not always quite true. And who wants a dad that is always around, for he has nothing better to do? You can be a policeman, I thought out loud, helping people all the time. My daddy would be a hero. I'd be proud, and he'd spend his days stopping crime. But Daddy didn't like the idea I had. There are safer jobs to be found. And besides, if I decide to be naughty or bad, who wants a policeman around? I'll be a farmer, my daddy suddenly said. I'll raise sheep, I'll milk cows, I'll grow wheat to make bread. But Mommy wouldn't want to leave the neighborhood, and farm animals sometimes don't smell very good. We had many other ideas, me and my dad. He could be a banker, a painter, a tour guide, a cook. But none of these ideas were making him glad. He didn't like them at all. I could tell by his look. So I said, Daddy, do what you like best. You're a high-tech dad, I can see. But don't forget to stop and rest and spend some time with me. And Daddy said, I love you, no matter what job I do. I'll be home before you go to bed and make sure to have time for you too. The end. Busy dad, high-tech dude.
Busy mommy, high-tech mom. Some mothers are doctors. Some mothers sell flowers. My mother works in high-tech and works many hours. I help her out and want to be with her almost every day until she says, Honey, I must work. Why don't you go and play? Mommy takes me to school every morning, and we're almost always late. Unless she has an early meeting, when I get there first and wait. Mommy comes home late at night, when I'm already asleep, and promises tomorrow I'll get a new job. A promise she will keep. Of course she wants my help. What can my mommy be?
Hey!
What kind of job should she get, so she can spend more time with me?
Hey!
kindergarten, I say, and she thinks this idea is great. I'll read stories and play, she says, and never come home late. But I say, if you're with other kids from morning until 3, when you come home from work, you'll be too tired to play with me. I know, I say. You can write. Writers stay at home and clean and cook. People think you're so bright when you write a new book. But Mom says, writers don't make much money, and I know that is true. And who wants a mom who's always around, with nothing better to do? You can be a policewoman, I say, helping people all the time. You'll be a hero, I'll be proud, and you'll spend your days stopping crime. But Mommy didn't like it. There are safer jobs to be found. And besides, if I want to be naughty, who wants a policewoman around?
175 second in. 175 second in.
I'll be a farmer, my mom suddenly said. I'll raise sheep, milk cows, and grow wheat to make bread. But Daddy wouldn't want to leave the neighborhood. And farm animals sometimes do not smell so good. We thought about many other jobs where my mommy would not work so late. She could be a banker, a painter, a tour guide, a cook, and at all of these she would be great. But I could see by her eyes, she really didn't like any of these other jobs we found. So I thought to myself, how can she stay at her job and I can still have her around? You can teach kindergarten, I say, and she thinks this idea is great. I'll read stories and play, she says, and never come home late. But I say, if you're with other kids from morning until 3, when you come home from work, you'll be too tired to play with me. I know, I say. You can write. Writers stay at home and clean and cook. People think you're so bright when you write a new book. But Mom says, writers don't make much money, and I know that's true. And who wants a mom who's always around, with nothing better to do?